Oh my gosh, they're all so cute. Which one should I?
Oh hey, new starters! Well, what have we got here? Looks like furry bait, beta male, and the only good one.
Go crazy! Go stupid!
Hey, who are you? What do you think you're doing?
An NPC? Shorts are comfy and easy to wear. Top percentage rat-a-tat. Something. Hey, so these new Pokemon are pretty cool. But let's take it back to a simpler time when there weren't a fucking thousand of these things. Like, what even is this?
Animated.
Alright, so I'm pretty sure Pokemon needs no introduction. You've got overpowered, godlike creatures entrusted to a 10-year-old. 10-year-old takes down massive criminal organization. Professor back home is fucking your mom. Rinse and repeat for like 30 games, and you kind of get the whole point. But did you know there were a set of Pokemon games not authorized by Game Freak or Nintendo? So today, we're gonna talk about this weird and obscure game from my childhood, and that game is, drumroll please,
Papa?
Pokemon Diamond version.
Wait, I'm pretty sure everyone's already heard of Pokemon Diamond. That's a main series Pokemon game on the DS.
Oh nah, we're talking about the shit version. So back when I was a kid, my family and I would take frequent trips to the Philippines. And between its tropical weather, diverse wildlife, and exotic foods, the Philippines was also known for fake shit, or bootlegs. And the funny thing was, younger me didn't even really know what bootlegs were. Like, you could have taken that big yellow Pokemon text and slapped it on anything, and bowl cut me would have just been like, haha, yeah, that's Pokemon. So just imagine my excitement when during one trip back to the Philippines, me and my brother saw our cousins playing a Pokemon game we've never heard of. Pokemon Diamond and its version counterpart Jade just existing blew my 6-year-old mind. Like, this was at a time where the franchise was throbbing with success, and here are these two random new games that none of my friends back home had even heard about, or even believed existed when I told them about it. Well, fuck you, Greg, I have a cartridge right here. So let's pop this bad boy in and invalidate the doubts of my entire elementary school 17 years later. 'Cause that's what we do here, that's what matters. Okay, so there are few things in life as broken as my will to live, but I think this attempt at an English translation just tops that without question. All the dialogue in this game is just really weird and awkward.
If he just shuts up, he might be a cute guy as well. Come on, let's go see the ball. Hello, human being? Nothing to chat with human being. Go back, go back. I want to make friend with electric monster. No interest at human being.
Hey, watch your step then. Once I'm back, I'll show you funny things. And then there's this guy who just casually swears in front of you. Nice. Shit! But honestly, all jokes aside, this game looks pretty promising so far. Bright saturated colors with readable pixel art. And hey, wait, that sprite looks familiar. That's Red. They took Red's sprite and they put a helmet on him. That is legitimately the most anyone's ever done for these kids running around with magic god monsters. Like, anyone else forget that they're like 10 years old? It's not much, but at least it's something. Like, I don't know how much a helmet's gonna protect when you're literally fighting Satan. So the game starts off with the protagonist and his friend, in the best possible English they can, talking about wanting to visit the, say it with me now, Electric Monsters World. Honestly, that sounds like a place your weird stepdad would make up whenever he wanted to play Secret Funhouse under the covers at 2 in the morning.
That's an oddly specific scenario.
And traumatizing. He can't come within 50 feet of a schoolyard. Or small children. I don't have a stepdad anymore. Eventually you get a phone call from the tree of all places, and let's face it, if you're not engaging in phone calls with plant life, then you're definitely not getting calls from actual people either. And somehow this transports you to the Electric Monsters world, where you just meet this overtly creepy turtle man, which, I don't know about you guys, but through the text alone, just sounds like he's threatening you to go into his house. But hey, look, he gives you your first starter Pokemon. This definitely makes up for the threat of being stabbed.
Does it really?
Yes. And after that, it's your standard JRPG Pokemon game. You go from town to town, battling monsters, leveling up your team, etc, etc. here's the catch. There is none! Yeah, this is a Pokemon game where you don't catch any of the monsters. Now, compared to other Pokemon games, things are a lot simpler this time around. There's no need to worry about catch rates, what type of ball to use, or even how low the Pokemon's health is. Because it all comes down to one thing. The power of friendship. And by friendship, I mean beating them senseless till they have no choice but to join you and having them only stick around through fear alone. You know, the cornerstone of every long-lasting and successful friendship. Isn't that right, Mads?
Somebody please get me out of here.
Actually, now that I think about it, that's probably one of the more interesting things about this game.
Animal abuse?
No, the fact that everything's based around cell phones. Pokemon give you a cell phone number at the end of every battle, all of the menus and UI are accessed through a flip phone. Hell, even the tree you walk into to enter the Electric Monsters world is called the antenna tree, which I'm only realizing now how dated of a reference that is because I don't think anything in the modern day uses antennas anymore. I could be wrong, please let me know if I'm wrong. I don't think I've ever seen a single antenna in years. I don't know why that's freaking me out so much. I think I'm just old. Anyways, the whole cell phone thing is actually really cool. But where it starts to fall flat is during the battles. Okay, so just as a refresher, the way a normal Pokemon battle goes down is usually between teams of 6 different Pokemon that you can freely swap out for other Pokemon in your party at any time. Battles in this bootleg, however, consist of only 3 different Pokemon, the first one always being your starter with 2 others that could join you in battle. Where this gets annoying is, unlike in a normal Pokemon game, those 2 other Pokemon don't just instantly show up with the toss of a Pokeball. They're called through your cell phone and actually take time to get to the battle. So the way this works is each Pokemon you call has a meter next to their sprite that fills up a little bit each turn, showing you how close that Pokemon is to your location. When it fills up completely, that Pokemon will finally join you in battle. Easy enough, right? But where this starts to get frustrating is depending on how far you are from where you originally befriended that Pokemon, the bar will fill up a lot slower. That means Pokemon that you've raised and befriended in the early game can take multiple turns just to show up. And what's worse is your Pokemon can even get distracted along the way and take even longer, sometimes up to 7 turns just to get there. This makes already difficult battles a lot harder than they should be because you never really know how long you'll be flying solo until one of your other Pokemon finally decides to show up and save your ass. Like, I don't understand this mechanic at all. I get that they're trying to add some realism and play off the fact that you're making phone calls, but why would you take the worst aspects of that and incorporate them into your game? That's like making a dating sim where your main character gets to sleep with all the girls, but the next time you log in, whoops, looks like you're HIV positive. And even when they do finally manage to show up, you can't freely switch between them in your party. I think it has to do with each Pokemon's individual speed stat, but all of them seem to attack in a fixed order, and sometimes even just attack on their own, which takes away a lot of player involvement and strategy, making the battles feel less about playing good and more just about mashing the A button until it's over. Also, the fact that the game has no status boosting or recovery items during battles to mix things up, it really just makes all of the combat feel boring. But battle mechanics aside, at least the graphics are really good. I mean, sure, the background is just a blank, empty space, but the sprites are surprisingly detailed and colorful. A small detail I really like about this game is how your Pokemon are always visible and facing you, as opposed to in standard Pokemon games where they're always just facing away from you. I mean, I get what they're trying to do, and spatially it makes more sense to have your Pokemon facing the opposing trainer, but I always thought it was kind of weird how during combat, I could never see my Pokemon's face. Like, oh great, I get to stare at the top half of a Venusaur for 20 turns. Well, I guess it's not too bad if you're using Feraligatr.
Extra thick!
But while we're on the subject of gameplay, let's talk about how you evolve them. You give them a gun. This is called Fusion Evolution, where the Pokemon, I'm assuming, fuses with whatever item you give them. One of them being, yes, an actual gun, and everything else ranging from a pencil to a literal flamethrower. You know, it's almost like giving your Pokemon an evolutionary stone, but it's a firearm. Now, there's actually 2 more methods of evolution, but I couldn't get any of them to work because my game would always crash whenever I turn on the start menu. You guys are just gonna have to trust me on this one. So there we go, that's Pokemon Diamond, this weird obscure Pokemon game from my childhood that turns out isn't even really a Pokemon game. Looking into it deeper, Pokemon Diamond is actually just a poorly translated version of a different series of games called Telefang, which surprisingly saw some minor success in Japan, with a toy line and even a sequel. While these games definitely don't hold up today, they were still a fun little nostalgia trip to look back on. You got anything to add, Lucy?
Hey, you know, these not Pokemon are pretty cute, even with the guns.
Hi, hello. Please don't tell me it's been a while, because I know. Just want to say thank you guys so much for watching the video. Part of the reason why it took so long is because I really struggled to make it, but it's whatever. It's out now. Thank you so much. Also, huge thank you to my friend Lucy from Luvi and Candy Eevee. She also did a Pokemon Blue Legs video on her channel, so I'll be putting that in the description down below if you guys want to check it out. Also, nobody asked for it, but we have merch now. Make sure to check out crowdmade.com/collection/IvanAnimated for shirts, phone cases. We also have sweatpants. Dude, get yourself some comfy sweatpants. The cold season's coming around. If you guys buy anything, please tag me on Twitter. I really appreciate it. It really helps the channel. And finally, I'll be attending New York Comic Con this weekend with some friends. Please follow me on Instagram and Twitter if you guys want to know where I'll be. We might also have a fun little impromptu meetup outside the convention center, which I will also be posting updates and times to on my Instagram and Twitter. So yeah, that's it. That's all I got. See you guys, hopefully not in 6 months. Oh God.